this is what makes college football great. Yeah, there's history and tradition, but right here, right now, there is tremendous intensity and bitterness on this field. You can feel it. Getting set to kick the ball off now. And here's the fair catch by the return man. The Tigers offense comes on the field first today. Here we go. You can feel the juice in this building. What a privilege, Kirk, to be part of this rivalry game.
Well, there's nothing like rivalry games. You know, no matter what you've done all year, you get your opportunity to win this game today, and it can change everything.
Listen to the crowd energy here in the early going. This is a tough environment for visitors. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. They tackle him at the 38. Solid gain. Nice play there.
Here early in the game, the defense right away realizes what they're up against. Having an opportunity to move this receiver around to give him a chance to get out in space are the plays that can really cause a defensive coordinator headaches.
Good throw. The catch is made. Stopped right there at the line. No gain. Second down play coming up. Quarterback adjusting now to the defense. They look to throw it here on second down. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw that time. And now third down coming up. Well, Kirk, you played in plenty of rivalry games. How do they feel different from the others?
Well, Chris, rivalry games, and depending on who the coach is, this is a game that you think about all year. You know, you're working out in the weight room. You're doing drills, and some are two-a-days. Everything
breaks clear. End zone ahead. And they tackle him, but not before a huge gain down near the 26.
I really love the way more and more offenses are using the receiver in motion pre-snap. Give him a chance to get the football with a couple of blockers in front of him. He's got all that speed built up. You get the ball in his hands, and you better look out. He'll be off to the races.
And here comes the noise. This crowd is trying to inspire this defense to make a big red zone stop. And he's brought down, but he does have enough for the first down.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
First down, looking to throw the ball. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. Tackled at the 8 after the completion.
Quarterback looks downfield to make this throw. He wants to be able to get the ball to be able to pick up enough yards for a first down. But instead, he gets the ball at least underneath to the drag route and gets some positive yards.
Tackled at the 6-yard line after the completion. Offense really threatening now. Offense facing a third down now. They can still get a first down without scoring. And they pick up the first on the ground. And he gets to the end zone. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. And now here comes the point after attempt. And the PAT makes it 7-0 to open the score. Now the kickoff team is out on the field.
That makes the score LSU 7, Auburn 0.
Doesn't bring the kick out. Touchback. They'll start at the 25. The Tigers offense takes the field. Our first chance to see them today. So now here comes the other half of this great running back duel we expect to see today. Both guys keyed up for the game, but also for this individual matchup.
Yeah, I like this. A pair of tailbacks that like to pound away at the front seven for 4 quarters. And with these two, that constant pounding eventually leads to a big breakout play that can change the impact of the game.
They make the tackle, but not before a solid gain on that pass. Pass complete. It's second down now. Back in motion now. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. Moves the ball to the 37 for a first down.
Chris, just think of the list of Auburn running backs. I mean, you see this guy pick up the first down, and you start to see a little bit of Bo Jackson in it. Maybe a combo. Remember those days of Cadillac Williams and Ronnie Brown when they were in that backfield? Trey Mason. Boy, so many great backs that Auburn has enjoyed, and this guy's looking good.
Now it's second down here. Back to throw. It's Brown. From the pocket, delivers over the middle. Tackle is made very near midfield. Good enough for a first down. This Auburn offense is moving quickly down the field. Catch hauled in here over the middle. get him down after the completion. Well, Kirk, no surprise. You get these two teams on the field, and it's tight and competitive right to the finish.
Well, Chris, the last time these two teams met, remember, it came down to the wire, the very final few minutes. Sure hope we get another one like that today.
After the incompletion, they'll face a 3rd and 6. Looking to chuck it again. Running back grabs it on the screen. And they wrap him up, but the gain is good enough for a first down.
What a clutch play here by this offense to convert on 3rd down.
Second, the coach has called timeout. He may use a challenge here to have the officials take another look at that one. Not the news the coach was hoping to hear. He took a chance calling a timeout to get the replay. We'll see if that proves to be crucial. Auburn getting set with a 1st and 10 now. He hands it off from the gun. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in 3rd down. What's an offense doing on 3rd down? But I think what's also important is how well you defend 1st down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that 1st down.
9th play of the drive coming up. This is a tough 3rd and long. Dropping back, looking to throw for the 1st down. And he decides to just throw it away. That's going to bring up 4th down now. The punt team making their way on the field.
On to kick it away.
Running it back, it's Turner. And the returner brought down by the coverage team. Okay, so here comes the LSU offense back on the field. They punched it into the end zone the last time. Let's see if this defense has made some adjustments to stop them this time. And from the shotgun, an inside handoff. Picks up 2, so it's 2nd and 8.
The defense coordinator this week all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
Quarterback looking to throw it on 2nd down. Pass ball is incomplete. There was a lot of contact. No penalty. Brings up 3rd down. Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a 1st down. Drops back, needing a 3rd down completion here. Dumps a short throw down to the running back. They bring him down, but not before he gains 1st down yardage. A new set of downs after that completion. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Quarterback escapes the pocket and takes off. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a 1st down. 1st down and 10.
Love the aggressive mindset from the play caller here on 1st down. Take a shot downfield. One thing is, they're all covered. Nobody's open. He gets flushed out of the pocket.
And he lofts it toward the left sideline. And the pass is dropped. Would have been a big gain, but he couldn't hold on. Here's the 2nd down play. Pre-snap motion from the receiver. A pop pass on the jet sweep. The gain is 8 yards, so it sets up a 3rd and 2.
Boy, I'm a big fan of that jet sweep motion like that. It really forces the defense to stretch them out horizontally and can create some vertical seams for this offense. They got some positive yards. Didn't quite get the 1st down, but I'll tell you what they've done. Planted a seed on this defense that they better defend this style of play moving forward.
It's LSU on top as we take a break for the quarter. And at the end of the 1st quarter, let's check out the stats so far. Plenty of time for some plot twists here as we begin the 2nd quarter. So they'll pass up the long field goal attempt and keep the offense on the field for 4th down. They'll run it here. He's tackled inside the 35 and picks up a first down.
What a job by this offense picking up the first down. You know, as a play caller, you look at where you are in the field. If you punt it, there's a chance it goes into the end zone for a touchback. If you kick the field goal, it's a really long kick. So this is a great opportunity to be aggressive and pull the trigger to try to come up with a big play. They get it, keep the drive alive, and now they can get a touchdown.
Snapping it from the red zone now, looking to throw. Looking for the tight end, and it's caught.
Boy, he has such great size. I just love this play call on 1st and 10. The defense is expecting a run. Instead, you go play action, and you throw it to the big man for some positive yards on 1st and 10.
Ball handed off. Well, they test the middle there, but get nothing.
It was an excellent effort by this defense, just staying in their run fix, holding their own at the line of scrimmage, and then making a tackle. Offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get any yards at all.
It's an option look. And now it's fumbled. What a decision. They scoop up the ball. It's still a live play here.
Well, just like running backs, quarterbacks have got to do a better job of having awareness and taking care of the football. I felt like he got the ball away from his body there a little bit, allowing it to be knocked free. He caught a break because one of his own teammates was able to see that and get on top of the ball.
And that is no good. After the miss, it's still a 7-point lead.
That's a missed opportunity for some points here. The way they were moving the football, I thought maybe a touchdown, at the very least 3 points, but instead, he shanks it.
Stop after a small gain. Now looking at 2nd and 9. Corner's back up now, playing a couple yards off the ball. Looking downfield, it's Brown. The pass rush closing in. And he just throws the ball away there. Nobody open. Excellent coverage. After the incompletion, they'll have to try to convert here on 3rd and 9. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Looks downfield and finds a receiver who worked his way wide open. That's a huge gain. Stop finally made at the 43. From the shotgun, handoff inside. And that run produces a decent gain.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on 1st down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
And he's tackled, but only after picking up a first down.
Well, another short gain for this offense on the ground, and you got to give a lot of credit to the defense. They have really negated that aspect of this offense the entire first half and really making them one-dimensional. And if that doesn't change, I don't know how they get back into this game.
First down, looking to throw the football. Makes the grab, a chance to score. And he's run out after a big gain. The offense will be set up with a first down and goal. The offense sets up with a 1st and goal. Here's the snap, and he's looking to throw. He's got it right near the end zone. And he scores! Touchdown, Tigers!
That kind of play is almost impossible to defend. When the quarterback is throwing the ball with that kind of accuracy and timing, and the receiver runs a route like this, good luck trying to stop it. So maybe this is a great start for this combination of this quarterback and receiver for a big day.
The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. Returner decides to fair catch this. And here comes that LSU offense back onto the field. No doubt the last drive was deflating. They had to settle for a field goal attempt, but missed it. Pressure. Here's a fumble way behind the line of scrimmage. Fumble recovered by the defense going the other way. Touchdown, Auburn. The defense adds 6 points.
Oh, it's your worst nightmare if you're a quarterback. They bring the blitz. He doesn't recognize it. Ball goes on the ground. Defense does a great job of picking this thing up. That's exactly what they hope for. Catch the quarterback off guard. It works out, and it gets him a touchdown.
This one will be fair caught. So they begin the drive here in the final 3 minutes of the half. And looking to throw now on 1st down. And he floats this pass deep down the right side. Tried to press the ball deep.
Why?
It's incomplete.
A lot of times college football, the game comes down to just a play or two. And that's a missed opportunity by this offense. I wouldn't be surprised to see them try to come back to that same play in the second.
Cannot escape it. Down he goes.
Just complete domination here by this Auburn defensive lineman, able to come up with that sack. And just think about it over the years since you and I have been doing college football. Well, way back, the guys that Auburn's had, like Andre Bruce, such an electrifying pass rusher off the edge. Tracy Rocker, more from the inside. Nick Fairley, another guy that could dominate. Boy, Auburn's had some great ones.
So a tricky situation here. 3rd and very long inside your own 20. How much of a risk do you take? You know this defense could be very aggressive at this moment. Quick throw, testing the middle. And he's got his man open downfield. They bring him down, but a big chunk of yardage on the play. 1st down, clock stops for a moment, but no huddle here. They've got to hurry. Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. Lets it go quickly. Easy throw to a wide-open receiver downfield. Rips off a big gain all the way to the plus 43-yard line. LSU getting set with a 1st and 10 now. Drops back from the shotgun, looking for an open man. Quarterback looks to his right and finds his man. And the defense swarms. Not much of a gain on that completion. That completion makes it 2nd and medium. Offense looking to throw the ball. That's reeled in. It's Turner. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
You know, each receiver brings something a little bit different to the table, Chris. To me, the outside receivers usually are a little bit longer, taller guys. You get those slot receivers in the inside. Not only can they make the catch, but they have quickness to make plays after the catch. Great example of that right here.
1st and goal. Can the offense punch it in and tie the score before the half? There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. Looking to scramble. And the defense says, not again. They wouldn't let him get loose for the scramble. Brought him down for a short gain. 2nd down and goal. And off inside, looking for the touchdown. Couldn't quite get there. Brought down at the 2.
Good job by the offensive line to get some positive yards, but not quite into the end zone. Now we're going to have a 3rd and goal.
They'll run here on 3rd and goal. Picks up a short gain, but his swarm of the defense flying to the football. Timeout called by the defense, their 1st of the half, as they try to make some adjustments here. No surprise here. The coach has got the offense on the field. They'll go for it on 4th and goal from the 1. On the ground, trying to muscle it across the line. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, LSU.
Boy, how exciting has this 1st half been? We get a touchdown here. They're an extra point away from tying this game up. A lot of great action here.
So after the touchdown, here's the kickoff, and we'll see if the opposing offense has time to answer before halftime. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner will be brought down. And the Auburn offense back out on the field. It'd be a surprise if they took a risk here in the final seconds of the 1st half, backed up near their own end zone. The corner's now playing a couple yards off the ball, bringing pressure.
I personally love the aggressive approach here by this offensive coordinator. You got to take some chances. You got to create some matchups. But if you don't protect the quarterback, you have no chance.
He decides to keep it here. They hit him behind the... This one ends up a safety.
Man, that is a big-time play for this defense. Not only do they get a couple points, they get the football back as well. That should give these guys a spark and some momentum.
The returner brings it out to the 38, and the LSU offense will take over.
The offense comes back out there. Not much time left. Perhaps just time for a couple plays before the half. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. It's caught inside the 10. So a timeout is called to talk strategy. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays before halftime. Time running down. Just 1 play left here in the half. Quarterback drops back. He's running out of time here. And he's brought down, sacked. Excellent way for the defense to end this first half with momentum. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update.
Fellas, what an environment there today. All the animosity and flat-out hatred that comes with a good old-fashioned rivalry game on display in that first half. And I get it. A lot of coaches will say the difference between winning and losing comes down to stopping big plays and getting big plays. But if you ask me, it's more about how good you are on third down and how efficient you are in keeping drives alive. Those two stats can help you break the will of even the best defenses and help you come out on top.
And they'll kick it away now to get this third quarter underway. Returner looking to create better field position. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. And the Auburn offense is back out on the field. This line getting set up. It's a first down play. And they'll start the third quarter here on the ground. They'll tackle him right at the 25-yard line.
I tell you, to be able to pick up a nice gain like that, those offensive linemen have to sustain their blocks. Gave them a chance at a really nice gain.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Dropping back. It's Brown. Oh, they've got him for a sack. A big play made by the junior.
I like how this defense is bringing pressure from all over the field. And that's the key in putting together a good defensive strategy. On this play, it came from the outside linebacker, and he gets to the quarterback.
And he'll drop back here on third down. Looking for his big tight end. It's complete. What a grab near the sideline. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks. More than enough for a first down. Auburn getting set for the 1st and 10 coming up. And the back gets the football. They've got him at the 48, but that's a first down. The offense looks fired up to begin the second half. That's the kind of play they've needed to give them a spark.
Absolutely. I know they're down in this game. Clearly something was said at halftime to try to get this offense.
Junior steps up and makes an impact play.
Well, you got to do a better job with your fake as the quarterback. The defense did not bite at all in the play action, allowing them to continue to come after the quarterback and come up with that sack.
That sack sets up a second down and very long. There's the snap. They'll set up to throw. Receiver makes the catch. It's a fumble. Defense recovers the fumble. It's a turnover.
Or the defense showing their team speed on that play, flying around that receiver. He made the catch, but he didn't do a good job of securing the football, and the ball comes out.
Not much on that play, brought down short.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
Checks this down to the running back. To get him down quickly, not much of a gain on that completion.
One thing I love about this back is how he gets involved in the passing game. Nice catch here.
That short completion sets up a third down play. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun. Doesn't hold on. Good hit by the DB. Now it brings up fourth down.
Hey, the good news is here, Chris, they're still in field goal range, and they didn't cost themselves any points. But they could have more. They've got to be thinking about going for this on 4th and short.
He's got it. Enough for a first down. They make the first down, brought down to the 31.
Well, Chris, here's an example of what we always talk about. On 4th down, the receiver's got to run a route beyond the sticks. Great awareness to know exactly where he is. Quarterback makes the throw. Receiver gets hit, but he's beyond the sticks for the first down.
They'll run it from the gun. Picks up 3 yards, some 2nd and 7.
Hat on a hat up front. Good job of opening up the holes. Anytime you can get positive yards on first down, that's a win.
Quarterback looking to pass here on 2nd down. That one falls incomplete. Looking for a flag. Doesn't get it. Brings up 3rd down. They come to the line, a long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. On third down, he drops to throw. He's looking to scramble. He'll avoid the big hit with the slide.
Well, they did a good job of getting pressure on the quarterback, but, man, make the play. Bring him down. Instead, they give up positive yards here on the scramble.
Dump off caught by the running back. Brought down, but the completion moves the ball inside the 10-yard line. Defense getting pushed back.
Well, the running back that time just kind of sneaks out of the backfield and shows his hands on that nice catch.
Looking to pass here on second down. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. They'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. That's why he's a dangerous scrambler. The quarterback says, I'm just going to end this scoring drive right here. I'll do it myself.
Yeah, and everybody's covered downfield. The defense has done a pretty good job of containing the offense. The problem is this guy's creativity. I don't know, maybe put a spy, a linebacker on him to try to mirror him when he takes off to scramble.
And the Auburn offense is back out on the field now. Last possession, they fumbled it away and it set up a touchdown drop. And they bounced back from that right away. Caught over the middle. It's Simmons. Tackle's made, but not before he makes the 43-yard line. This drive is going now. Can't lose the ball to the 43. First down coming up.
Great play call by the offensive coordinator. Outstanding job of executing by the quarterback. With the defense trying to stop the run, the quarterback felt that, made a nice throw to the receiver. And look at this result. Some positive yards.
What's the play call here on second down for this offense? They'll run it here. Running back has the ball. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
Chris, I'll be really honest with you. I don't know why they continue to try to run the football. I'm all about balance. I'm all about trying to make sure a defense has to defend the run and the throw. But at this point in the game, they haven't been able to run the ball. They're going to have to go through the air if they're going to come back and take the lead in this game at some point.
Big gain across midfield down near the 30-yard line.
Really good job here of converting by this offense. And let's face it, at this point in the game, because they have such a big hole to climb out of, they've got to be able to convert and come up with a new set of downs. They do it here. Now they got a real shot to cut into this lead.
Looking to throw it on first down. And he can't escape. It's a sack for the defense.
Chris, what a shot, right? Come to an LSU game and you see a defensive lineman overwhelm an offensive lineman and come up with a big sack. When was the last time you didn't see LSU have defensive linemen who can make life difficult for quarterbacks and offensive linemen? Because I can't. They always have big boys who are athletic to make life difficult in that backfield.
Third down. This offense could really use a conversion here, down multiple scores. The pocket breaking down. The scramble doesn't get there, and it's going to bring up fourth down. So now on fourth down, out comes the field goal unit. This will be a 43-yard attempt. Right down the middle.
Snap, the hold, the kick, everything there perfect to put 3 points up here for the offense.
And the return man decides to signal fair catch. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. Handoff here from the shotgun. They bring him down to the 32-yard line. And as we take a break to flip ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the current national rankings. One quarter to go. Let's see if this sets up as a classic finish. Here we go. First play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a second down play. There's the handoff. Powering through. That's a nice wrap up there by the junior. And a player is down injured after that last play. They take a timeout while they check him out. Third down coming up after that running play. Can he get there on the ground? They stop him, but it's a first down. A running play gives the offense a fresh set of downs.
Hey, you got to do what you got to do. You got to rely on that offensive line in the running game here to be able to secure a victory. Good call, and just keep working that clock.
Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. They stop him after a 6-yard gain, so 2nd and 4.
You know, a lot of times these types of plays either go for nothing or they can go for a huge chunk of yards. Here they do a nice job of getting it to the outside, turning it upfield, and ended up getting a nice gain out of it.
Quarterback wants to throw it on 2nd down. Contact as he threw it. And it's intercepted, a crushing play. Follows the pick with a nice return before finally.
Boy, I got to question the play call right here. Give the defense credit. They get the interception. They put themselves in a spot to maybe tie this game. But what was the offensive coordinator thinking with the lead, taking a chance, and it backfires?
And he's able to find some running room. Nice pickup.
Just love watching this back run. Gets behind that offensive line, lowers his pads, and gets a nice, solid gain.
They're going to run it. And he's brought down after a short gain. Does not make the first down yardage.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage and not give up big run plays.
Auburn getting set for the 1st and 10 now. He'll hand it off. The gain is 2 yards, so it's 2nd and 8.
Defense does a really nice job here of being able to contain that run game, held him just at 2 yards. Chris, to me, he's changing the playbook a little bit now for the offense. The guy calling the plays at 2nd and 8, that's a different deal. Now he's got to probably thinking about going through the air instead of staying on the ground.
Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. Well, that was that excellent linebacker with a clear path just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time, the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result is a tackle for a loss for the backer.
Quick tackle after the catch, but it's 1st and goal at the 8.
Well, it's 3rd down. The defense knows he's going to get the ball. You still can't stop the quarterback finding this receiver to be able to pick up another 1st down for this offense.
It's incomplete. There is a marker down on the field. Let's check out that call.
Hold it. Offense.
Costly hold, nullifies the play, backs him up 10 yards. This Auburn offense is moving quickly down the field. Scanning the field, it's Brown. And that football is out. A potentially game-changing play, but who's got it? Defense grabs the football. It's a turnover.
Well, you're trailing in a game like this in the 2nd half, an opportunity in the red zone at the very least to get a field goal, hopefully a touchdown. The most important aspect is ball security. You got to take care of the football, and instead, they cost themselves a possession.
They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play.
Well, how about this aggressive approach by this offense? They've got the lead in the 4th quarter, and these guys are continuing to throw the football. I think the offense coordinator understands that he can't allow his team to get too comfortable or complacent.
And he lofts it toward the sideline. Incomplete. They cannot connect on the deep ball.
That ball just seemed to sail on. You got to make sure to give your receiver a chance to be able to come down with a catch and bounce, because in today's game, man, these receivers make catches like this all the time. And if you put the ball out of bounds, you're not going to give them that opportunity.
They bring him down at the 44. That's a solid gain, getting closer to midfield now. 1st down here for this offense. The quarterback making some changes at the line. Here comes a 1st down pass attempt. And he's going to fling it deep, going for it all here. Catch made in the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers.
Well, that's why you practice right there, Chris. This offense had the pressure, the game on their back. They deliver, they get a touchdown, and now make this a two-possession game with under 2 to go. Like their odds of closing this game out.
And he's not going to get there. Stop short. Missed opportunity to build this lead. Now they get set to kick it away.
LSU 29, Auburn 17.
Fields it just outside the goal line. And the coverage team gets the returner to the ground.
And your Auburn Tigers will take over.
And the Auburn offense trots back onto the field. They got into plus territory last time, but the drive ended on a fumble. They got to shake that off immediately. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Running back has it on a screen now. And the tackle is made. The screen pass there produces a solid gain. And the coach quickly calls timeout after the play, trying to hold on to as much time as possible. Pass caught, 2nd down now. Looking to throw, it's Brown. Running out of time in the pocket. Quick throw, catch made. And he'll pick up the 1st down, stopped at the 27. Well, hurry to the line here with the clock running. 1st down, looking to throw the ball. Looks over the middle, and that's complete. They make the tackle, but that pass creates a solid gain. They'll have to hurry now. 2nd down with the clock ticking. Looking to throw yet again. Just gets it away. It's a deep ball. And the pass is dropped. Incomplete. Would have had a huge gain. Took his eye off the ball. Critical 3rd down play for this offense right here. Looking to pick up the 1st down through the air. He fires this throw and is intercepted. Breaks a tackle, and he's got room. And he's wrapped up after a solid return.
Boy, would this quarterback love to have this one back. They're trying to work themselves back into this game here in the 2nd half. And the defense comes up with a big turnover that could be the nail in the coffin.
Quarterback appears to be changing the play. First play of the drive, they'll come out throwing. And he'll loft it to the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, LSU.
That is great job here by this offense, taking advantage of a big opportunity provided to them by their own defense after that turnover. And why wait? They get aggressive, make the throw, and it pays off for a touchdown.
Then they tack on the extra point.
Auburn 17.
He'll return it from inside the 5. The returner is brought down. Gets it started on the next drive. Looks like a man is down on the field after the last play, so we'll take a timeout. And the Auburn offense back out on the field. At this point, there's not much you can do except play for pride. To the air, it's Brown. Quick throw, catch made on the out route. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a 1st down. 1st and 10 now for the offense. Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back. Grab down the middle. It's Simmons. The stop made at the 45, but enough for a 1st down.
Well, you can tell the quarterback knew exactly what he wanted to do with the football. He was going to that in route no matter what. He hits it for a nice gain.
On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Receiver makes the grab.
It's an easy completion for the quarterback, finding his receiver just dragging underneath coverage.
And the offense will wisely spend a timeout after the play. Clock management's going to be very important here in the final minutes. 2nd down, looking to throw it. That's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no flag, brings up 3rd down.
Chris, I think the pressure is taking a toll on this quarterback. You can just tell the pass rush is affecting his progressions and his willingness to throw it away.
That one is incomplete. The defender was right there, and it brings up 4th down now.
Boy, 3rd down and short. They decide to throw the football, roll the dice a bit, doesn't work out. Now you're at 4th and short. You got to wonder, with this offensive line and this running back, do you run the football to convert, or do they try to go through the air?
Breaks clear over the right side. Can they chase him down? No stopping, and takes it all the way. Touchdown, Auburn.
This guy can do it all. We've seen him go behind coverage and make plays downfield. We can see him catch the ball underneath, just like this. And when he catches a football, he is so dangerous after the catch. This one leads him into the end zone for the 6 points.
And the receiving team makes the recovery. The hands team does its job perfectly. And that Bayou Bengals offense is back out on the field. Not much the defense can do here. Time to just kneel down and take the victory home. First play of the drive, looking to throw the football. There's contact on the throw. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw. Good pass rush there on first down. Offense lines up for a second down play off the incompletion. Quarterback making adjustments now to what the defense is showing. They look to throw it here on second down. Pass caught. Can he get in? He makes it to the end zone. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals.
You know, coaches love to see a football team that doesn't get caught up in the scoreboard. They're just out executing and doing what needs to be done. That's what we're seeing from this offense. Yeah, they continue to put points on the board and they're pulling away. I just love to see the execution and how they're going about their business. Hey, it's the fourth quarter here. They're trying to get that football back. I don't blame them. Unfortunately, they couldn't come up with it.
The offense, excellent field position to start this drive. First down, looking to throw the football. Defense is coming after him. And the sophomore has got him for a sack. And a timeout is taken, just 2 seconds left on the clock. Second and long for this offense after the sack. Dropping back, it's Brown. The pass rush closing in. And the pass falls incomplete as time expires. There might not be a sweeter feeling in college football, Kirk. You walk off the field knowing that you have taken care of business.